Happy Thanksgiving, Tony Denaro here. Just want to do a little happy Thanksgiving to everyone. If you are an AMC YouTuber, join the chat and I'll get your email address from you one way or another, and we will get you on the live stream. We can have up to 9 people on this chat. So if you'd like to join in, whether you're one of the OGs or maybe a newer AMC YouTuber and just want to introduce yourself, come drop in the chat and say hi. Excuse me 1 second while I pour myself a little drink. It is Saturday night. This is going to be low key, relaxed, a little bit different than the Monday through Friday drill. Hey, Steven, how you doing, my friend? Let me get the old bottle out here. Behind the monitor. How you doing this Saturday evening, Steven? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Future Whale, good evening. Happy Saturday to you. Sal, what is going on? Sent an invite out to a few people that I know. Again, if you're an AMC YouTuber and I don't know you or I don't have your email, send me your email. We'll get you live on the chat. Whether you're new, whether you've been streaming for a week or for a year, drop in, say hi to the folks, get a little bit of Thanksgiving cheer going on. Doc, how you doing, my friend? Thursday in Canada. What's going on with crypto right now? I saw it was down earlier. I don't have any agenda tonight, just killing some time. Wanted to see who are my other night owls tonight. Bitcoin 54,000, Ethereum 4 grand. Solana starting to look like I'm ready to buy some more Solana, 187 bucks. Polkadot 33 bucks. That is a great price for Polkadot. Shiba 37, Doge 20 cents. I said I'd buy Doge at 19 or 20. I might have to grab some. And Phantom, we have it at $1.99. That is looking good as well. Javi, how you doing, Javi? Tamir, what's going on? Not much, no agenda tonight, guys. This is an open mic night to any AMC YouTuber, young, old, OG, or brand new that wants to pop in. I can have up to 9 people live. We'll try and do something a little different tonight if anybody is brave enough to join. And if not, we'll just have a conversation with ourselves. Got to give LRC a look, Steven says. I've been meaning to look into Loopring. I've been putting all my money in Phantom, but I'm almost done accumulating Phantom, so I'll be looking for something new after that. Winnie says, what's up? Lou's not backing down with his stop buying AMC. Well, to his credit, he did say, I didn't tell you guys not to buy it. I just said, do what you want to do. You know, I don't want to make that the topic of tonight. Pam, how are you doing? I will talk about buying pressure and selling pressure because there are a lot of questions about that, and diluting our synthetics, diluting what we're buying. You know, there's so many misconceptions, and some of them are a little bit right. So we can talk about that. Doc, there was nothing scheduled for tonight. I might have one scheduled with one person tomorrow, but had a little bit of time to kill. I've been working all week other than took 3 hours off on Thursday for driving out to the ranch and doing the family Thanksgiving dinner. But that is it as far as my time off this weekend so far. So I thought I'd come in and check, see how everyone's doing, see if there were any other streamers just hanging out looking for something to do. Guys, if you are an AMC YouTuber and you want to stop in even just for a minute to say hi live, let me know. I'll email you a code. all you need is a phone. If you got your mic and camera, you can use that too. I'm doing swell. Got my Cohiba and my little drink. Well, I got a whole bottle, but I'm not planning on finishing a bottle. Just came back from the gym a couple hours ago. Been eating turkey all weekend. Trying to figure out how I'm going to make my way in for the first of the month. That's Winnie's right there. How's my keto diet going? Yeah, I've got to do a weigh-in on the first. I'm hoping to be down at least 4 pounds, 4 pounds for the month. Happy Saturday, Dev. Yeah, so tomorrow is, but it's before I talk about Adam Aaron tomorrow, to finish answering Winnie's question. Keto diet's going good. The fitness challenge, the 90-day fitness challenge. Well, we got someone that wants to be blocked. The fitness challenge is the first 2 weeks was kind of like dusting the cobwebs off, and the last 2 weeks have been really getting back into the swing of things. So starting to feel good now. I think the next 2 months, December and January, will be really good. Phil4Real, Phil, if you want to join in, open invite for anybody to join in. If you're an AMC YouTuber, I can email you an invite and get you in here. You just need a phone or a camera and a mic, depending on what your setup is. Man, I need a new humidor for Christmas. We're just hanging out, Phil, saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody, seeing what questions folks have, talking about anything and everything. Doesn't have to be AMC related, but if you guys want to talk about AMC, we can do that too. This is a Cohiba that I picked up I think in either Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic. Not a Cuban Cohiba though, just a Dominican. So Adam Aaron is having an announcement Sunday. We don't know what it's going to be. I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but I've heard some rumors about what it could be. Some people are saying something related to an NFT. That would be exciting. Maybe not the NFT tied to a dividend, but we will definitely be covering that tomorrow. I will be, when it happens. Someone's asked, what do I think about DWAC? We've been watching DWAC since it opened. I day traded it for a couple days, made a lot of money, bought a bunch more AMC with that. Then after that, I kind of said, I'm not going to mess much with digital world until it bottoms out. And we've just been watching it go down since then. At some point, I might like to buy some digital world just to have that option of a media company that could be something different than Twitter and Facebook. But I need to see it have a nice firm bottom, as we like to say on the Tony Denaro show. I used to have a butane lighter, Tamira, somewhere. Couldn't find it tonight. I don't think I've smoked a cigar since I've been in Vegas, which has been several years. I've got 20 or 30 of them in the old humidor, but that thing is not keeping the humidity like it was supposed to. So time to get a new one, a nice one. Is AMC going to, I don't know what that means. I used to buy real Cuban cigars whenever I'd go to Asia. Of course, then when I see that they had fake Rolexes and everything else, now I'm not so sure I was getting real Cuban cigars, but they said they were. What happened to Fun stock? Fun is loosely tied to DWOC, so it's going to do whatever DWOC does. Yeah, if this thing moons, we'll meet up with Lou and everybody else in Vegas. Jen Collado, I hear he's making Vegas plans. Unlike what a lot of people think, I don't dislike Lou just because I have a differing opinion with him. I will party with anybody in Vegas. What do I think Adam Aaron is going to announce tomorrow? So I've talked to a few people in the community, and some of them think that it's going to be something related to an NFT. Maybe not the NFT that I'd like to see, which is tied to a dividend, tied to the stock, but whatever it is, something exciting. We'll be talking about it tomorrow. I've seen a few videos, people speculating on what it might be. You know me, I don't like to speculate a whole lot, so I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it when it happens and give you my thoughts, good or bad. I don't, there's not really a bad. If Adam is that excited about it, it's going to be something that we'll be excited about. Sixth Son, how you doing, Samuel? What are the charts telling me for Monday? Well, I can't really say just based off the AMC chart what's going to happen on Monday, but because a lot of what's going to happen to AMC is going to be tied to what the overall broader market does and what is going on with this new, what is it, Omicron strain. But the news that I'm reading makes me feel like what we were thinking, what was that, Wednesday? It's probably not going to be as devastating as far as symptoms and stuff as they were making it sound like on Wednesday. It probably is going to spread. It's probably in Europe and America now, and we'll be finding out more about that in the coming days and weeks. I think I did see a plane land in Europe, and they already had people infected with COVID that they're going to have to do some further testing on. So depending on what the market does on Monday is going to dictate what happens with us on Monday. So I thought I'd make tonight open mic. Any YouTuber, any single one of you, whether you like me, hate me, never heard of me, if you want to come in and say hi to the AMC audience, the broader audience, now's your chance. Ask questions, have a chat. This is not a session to beat up anybody. This is a Thanksgiving jam. Did he give a timeline on the announcement? I haven't seen a time. Queen Bee says you'll find her at the poker table. I'll be over at the blackjack table, not the blackjack, the craps table. So Scarlett is the poker player in the family. She will run the table. Yeah, Buck says 90% of patients with Omicron are treated at home. I did see that. I read article from a doctor that said most of the people that were getting it had very mild symptoms. So I'm not sure why they made it into such a big deal on Wednesday. Maybe some institutions just wanted to pick up some shares on the cheap. YouTube did take away dislikes. That's been in the works for a couple weeks. So if you guys hit the dislike button, the creator can still see it in their YouTube studio if they go look, but the average viewer cannot see it. That's kind of a wuss way out of it, I think. It's all this political correctness. We don't want to make people feel bad. We don't want people to see that. I think there's content that certain corporations want to push, and they don't want everyone in the world to see that 80% of people don't like that idea. So what do? Take away the dislike count. Now you can't tell how many other people are in alignment with you. Just one more way they're trying to control you. Control and divide. So they've been rolling that out. You can hit the button, but you can no longer see how many dislikes on anybody's channel. Happy Saturday. That's a little of that silver tequila I have over there. Jose says, what's Adam planning to say tomorrow? Good question. I think the odds on money favorite is that he's going to do some sort of NFT tied in with a movie or Warner Brothers. Phil, send me your email and get in front of your camera. You can join in the chat here and talk to the folks. Unless you're not presentable. I was jokingly gonna say maybe he's announcing that for the month of December, all large popcorns can be had for the price of a medium. But if you're a member of the AMC rewards program, you already get that. So let's hope for an NFT. I'd still like to see a AMC crypto coin as a Christmas present. Look, if he reveals the NFT tomorrow, he already said in his tease that it was going to be something to do with the movie. So I'll go right now with the people that are saying it's going to be an NFT tied in with the Matrix movie. Honestly, have no idea. One thing, speaking of someone's talking about Adam Aaron selling shares, I haven't talked about this, I don't think, on the live stream, but I did see an article that went kind of under the radar. I haven't really seen anybody else covering it, but I'm going to talk about it right now. AMC executives have been selling besides just Adam Aaron. Did you guys see that article? I'm not really happy about it, to be honest. $70 million worth in the past couple weeks. You want to know why the price is going down? These guys are selling you their shares and enriching themselves, and I'm not really happy about that. At some point when they've earned it, sure. Right now, what have they done to earn it? What have they done to transfer $70 million of wealth from us to them? Why are they selling? Because the price is in the 30 to 40 range. These were Just like Adam Aaron, a lot of their compensation is based in stock. But I didn't hear any of them come out for the last 2 quarters and make their case like, "Hey, I'm 72 years old and I've never sold any stock and I need to plan for my future." These are just random high-level executives selling on the sly. It is all recorded, but I think we should have it should have been made a little more public. Why are they doing it? Because it's probably, like Adam, a large part of their compensation, and they're taking advantage of the price being high. I mean, look at it. The beginning of this year, it was $2 and change. It's up 2,000%. For them financially, it makes sense to sell, of course. But I will stick by this. They have not earned it. We did this work. We did this, not them. They haven't done jack shit yet. Go launch an investigation about synthetics. Go launch an investigation about naked shares. Do something. They're making progress. They're making progress, but they haven't earned it yet, in my opinion. Manjeet says, "Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. I was not expecting you to be live. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, Manjeet. I've literally been working since the last time I saw you guys, Wednesday at, what was that, 9:30 in the morning. I've pretty much been working nonstop till now. I took a little nap this afternoon because even my sleep has been less than normal. You'd think on a holiday weekend someone would be getting more sleep, but not the case for me. Business calls. Scuba Steve says retail went from 73% to 67%. Institutions scooped it up. Yeah, so my best take on what's going on with retail and institutional ownership, looking at the data that's out there, I know I still see people in the comments saying, "What's going on? Retail owns 80% of the float." We did 2 quarters ago when they announced it, but that data was stale the next day. People have been selling. Retail has been selling. Institutions own right now somewhere between 27 and 30%. Phil, you want to text me your email address? And I'll get you in here. Yeah, Phil, what did you do to get banned from Twitter? Care to share that story again? Myself says send him smoke signals. Postal Dove probably would have been faster. Twitter, I could do that. I have Twitter working on here. What do I think about the March 18th 95 strikes? Audio plug. I'm not buying any options, I said, unless it goes below $35. So, and even then, I'd keep it for myself within a reasonable range of stuff that I know we're going to hit. $40, $45 strike price. This is a Cohiba cigar for anyone asking. Manjeet says, "Is this going all the way into 2022?" So, guys, after the last quarterly announcement did not hit on all the cylinders that I wanted it to hit on, I kind of told my folks in the live stream that I suggested resetting your expectations calendar for a quarter. And then, even then, that would be highly dependent on AMC getting to cash flow positive in this quarter. So the next quarterly announcement, we'd like them to say that they were cash flow positive. That means they need to make, what was it, $2 billion in October, November, December. That's a stretch, but it's doable, but it's a stretch. The other thing that could be a catalyst between now and then is if they come up with a tokenized security or a crypto coin. Other than that, this is going to be a game of patience, legging this thing up into the next consolidation range in the 40s, 50s. Phil, did you get anything yet? Technical difficulties. Yeah, if it takes quarters, if it takes years, I'm down for that. Most of my plays are long-term plays, so if this takes a little while, that's fine with me. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that. A lot of people are wanting a crypto type squeeze, something that'll happen in a week. SD Kalani, how are you doing? J Frost, Veronica, DC fan. Man, so many good regular subscribers in here. Some of y'all new. Thanks for tuning in. We are just hanging out, celebrating Thanksgiving, killing some time, talking about Adam Aaron and his announcement tomorrow. We have waited a year, but look at this. We have we've taken the stock from $2 and change at the beginning of this year. I know not all of y'all were in it at that point, up into consolidation in the 40s for the past month. It's almost a 2,000% increase. We've made progress. So for anyone who's saying this is taking too long, really what's going on is your expectations have been unrealistically set by people saying over and over every day on YouTube that the squeeze is happening tomorrow. This is the final catalyst you've been waiting for. The Wyckoff says and that's why this channel is here, so that you can have a place where you can come in and settle into the reality that this might not squeeze tomorrow. I've been saying that every day since I started this channel in July, and really that was the reason why I started this channel, is the amount of bad due diligence, the unrealistic expectations, and my fear that people being misled was going to be the end of this movement. Everybody's so worried about making money on YouTube and getting views on their videos that they will literally tell you that there's AMC is going to hit $1 million and that it's going to happen next week, and or both. So yeah, reset your expectations, learn to be patient. Investing is not a game of everything goes to $100,000 tomorrow. And I'd rather you guys be informed, bullish, optimistic, stay in the game, and not be lied to. And then you get discouraged and impatient, and then fall prey to silly suggestions like just stop buying. What we've done hasn't worked. Fucking A, it has worked. We've gotten this thing reliably into the $40. It is working, trust me. The problem is people aren't patient. If you're not patient, this is the wrong play for you at this point. And for all those people that aren't patient, I'll buy your shares. I'll buy paper-handed shares. Phil, are you still with me? Did you fall asleep? I think Phil fell out. I want to talk about keep saying you're blocked by a firewall. Well, turn off your firewall. Might have to temporarily disable your firewall settings. I see a lot of comments and all this chatter that's been going around the past few days that we're buying synthetics, and that's just diluting. Every time they print synthetics, that's diluting. And at face value, if naked shorts or shorts are being created and then we're buying them, those are synthetics. And that is a form of dilution, if you want to use that word. That's 100% correct. But the basis of a short squeeze is having a bunch of synthetics out there. So we need to keep soaking them up. The more we buy and hold of those, the sweeter the squeeze will be. The last thing we want to do is take our foot off the gas and let the price sink down. You know what happens when the price sinks down and someone's short? Their profit margin increases, their balance sheet increases. They get more money to do more things with. Their margin actually decreases because they're putting money on the books, and then the price gets low enough, they'll just close that short out. So the very last thing we want to do is take away the buying pressure for two reasons. Number one, you make them more rich the lower the price goes. Number two, if it gets low enough, they're going to close their short out and the game's over. Audio Plug says Adam Aaron doesn't want to do an NFT dividend. I'd rather him do a crypto coin or a tokenized stock. But I'm open to any of them, whatever he does. It's a good question, a question in my mind. Why did he tell Mark Cohodes to stand down? I'm hoping it's because he's working on something and he just doesn't want the beans spilled too early. I did see a few people on Friday and that were saying they couldn't complete directed trades on Fidelity. Remember, if you're directing your trade to IEX, that that exchange has very low volume, and there might not be other retail investors willing to sell at the price you're trying to buy at. So direct your trade to a different exchange. If you're trying to do IEX and it's not going through, you need to direct it to a different exchange that has more volume. It's not that there's no shares, there's just no shares at the price you're trying to buy at on IEX. IEX only does about 1 to 2% of the overall volume of the entire market, which means it's not exactly liquid. Doc Zeno, what did you miss? You missed me with a technical failure of my email. Trying to get Phil in here. So he's trying to get online now. He's having some firewall issues. Finally got him emailed him the code. Will a market crash cause the MOAS? No. I say no on that. P. Corliss says, I hear people say that AMC has a negative beta. So I put out a video 2 months ago. I published it again yesterday on Twitter. I've sent it to Astro. I've sent it to Jackson Hunter. No one ever responds, of course. But AMC has a positive beta. If you remove one day in January from AMC's data table, by any other measure, we have a positive beta. If you include that one day, which is in mathematics what we call an outlying data point, it throws off the formula. And the audio plug says the real question is, why are people still using Robinhood and Webull? Exactly. Why, in the love of God, are you not on Fidelity and using directed trade to buy this stock? Every YouTuber should just say one thing. You can keep buying if you buy with directed trades on a lit exchange. The price discovery happens on a lit exchange. You do not want to be going to a dark pool or Citadel Connect where they can fuck with it. Buy on a lit exchange, buy all you want. What happened to all the YouTubers pushing log the float? I think maybe that lost a little steam after Charlie's vids. Phil, try it from your phone. Do I trust people who put deodorant on after they put on a shirt? Generally, no. Keto Genesis says, I thought we wanted a market crash. Well, there have been people that want a market crash. I know who they are, and I'd love to have a discussion with them, but I don't think I'm going to change any minds. I look at a couple things. We have a positive beta, and the hedge funds are loaded up with puts. So if the market crashes, they're going to make plenty of money. Are they going to lose money on their core positions? Yes. Are they going to make money on puts? Yes. Is it going to balance out? Probably so. Unless they are dumb enough not to be protecting their positions with puts, in which case they're going to get in trouble. Nap Media says, what's the difference? There's no difference. Other than you just like screw up your entire shirt while you're trying to get the deodorant in there. What would be a good name for the AMC coin? We've all voted on Popcoin. Popcoin. Whoops, time for a shot. Anybody else drinking with me? Warpig says it's like taking a dump after a shower. Exactly. SD Kalani says, won a little bit at the Hard Rock Biloxi last night. I'm ready to buy some more. You know, I lived in Biloxi for a year, many years ago. And the only thing going on in Biloxi when I lived there was the beach. I left before the big hurricanes, the ones that wiped out Biloxi, and before the casinos. Yeah, if I could be a bad influence on you tonight, tonight is the night to have a martini, have a shot, smoke a little bit. Yep. I was at Kiesler doing my electronics training for a year. Tova, how you doing? Good evening. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you, your wives, your girlfriends. May they never meet. Thanks to you that have sent me bottle recommendations. I got some nice vodka recommendations on Twitter DM. Scarlet Ape is sleeping at the moment. She's been working her ass off. As some of you know, I said we had a working holiday. So since it was Friday, no, it was Wednesday. Wednesday, Wednesday, was I here all day on Wednesday? I was here all day on Wednesday, but we worked, both of us, Thursday, other than 3 hours. Worked Friday, worked Saturday until I came on live here. Tell Scarlett I have a martini for her. Pam, I will tell her that if she wanders in here. She's probably going to wake up at midnight and then not be able to go to sleep for the rest of the night. I think she got home around 3, and we did put on, there's some new season of Dexter. Any Dexter fans? We watched episode 1 of the new season, and then we both fell asleep. And then I had to wake up. I woke up before the third episode was up. My nap was over, and I had to go back to work, make some real money, and then once that was done, since she was still sleeping, decided to do an impromptu live. Do I think the long hedge funds are going to sell to minimize risk if the market crashes? Yes, probably so. If they're not protected with puts. Not a very good promotion for Dexter. Yeah, that's not a slam on Dexter. We just both are exhausted. Sergeant Beef said, I thought Dexter was dead. Well, I don't want to ruin anything for you, Sergeant Beef, but this is set 10 years after the first Dexter series. So apparently he is not dead. And based on episode 1, I can say I think it's going to be a good season. Phil, if Phil is still around and messing around with your firewall, you remember there's 2 firewalls. You have your PC's firewall, like Windows has one, and then if you have any security software, it may also have a firewall. Have I scrolled through the recent 13Fs? I have not. Not recently, not in the past 10 days. I was kind of sad on the original Dexter, how they ended it on the last show of the last season. And I honestly didn't even know they were working on a new season. So this was kind of a surprise. We were kind of like scrolling through, I think it was Hulu. And I was like, what the heck? A new Dexter? How is this even possible? Is it a prequel? And I put it on, and the first thing they show is like him looking at a calendar, and it says December 2021. So who says the broker apps are hurting us? David Michael Ross. Well, that's going around, David. And payment for order flow and routing to internalizers and dark pools is not the ideal scenario. Ideal would be routing to a lit exchange. I do remember the final scene of Dexter. He was boating off into the eye of a hurricane. And Nap Media says, what are my thoughts on hedge funds closing long positions and their margin? It just depends on the institution of the hedge fund that we're talking about, and if they have hedging in place, like puts. A lot of the 13Fs I was looking at a month or two ago, everybody was clearly covered with plenty of puts if things went down. But I'll be honest, I have not looked at every single institution out there. So there would be some hurt for sure if the market crashes. And maybe the puts just kind of minimize the pain. Change my name to Phil4Real. Brian says, watching TV is a distraction from what is really important. I agree, Brian. I often have that discussion with Scarlett. I'm not much of a TV watcher. Joe says, arms getting pumped. I don't know. It's too early to say, Joe. I'm far from being pumped right now. I'm only not even 30 days into it. Give me 90 days. I'm very, very soft at the moment. 2 years out of the gym. But I've been very consistent about going for this month. So give me 90 days to get back to fighting weight. I've got a considerable amount of body fat to lose to get back to ripped status. What's the deal with the markets? Man, COVID. But I think on Monday we're going to see a little bit of recovery. Based on the news that I'm seeing, it doesn't look so bad. Gatsby says, why don't I think that we will MOAS when the market crashes? Because all of the hedge funds that we hate, the ones that are really shorting us, have all their positions protected by puts. plus millions, tens of millions of puts on the SPY. So I think they'll do just fine if the market crashes. They're hoping for a market crash. Phil should have seen that. Hey, I see Phil. All right, Phil, I see you in the chat. Let me add you to the. Here he is.
Tony.
All right. Success.
I'm fucking here.
Did the shorts cover yet, Phil?
No, they didn't. What's going on, Tony?
Say hi to everybody.
What's good, everybody? How you guys doing today? Sorry about the mic problem. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, perfect, man. How you feeling, man?
Good. It's just a little bit loud, I think. Your mic, maybe just turn it down one notch.
Sorry about that. Hold on. I have an echo in this give me a second here. Let me try to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I've had all sorts of technical issues on mine since I moved to this new PC. Trying to get echo and my gain set up. I've worked on that for a little while, maybe 15 or 20 minutes before I came on live. Ketogenesis says it's news #1 fan.
Give me a second here.
I don't know if Ketogenesis is talking about Phil or me. Tell me about the name Ketogenesis again.
Sound settings.
Where does Ketogenesis come from?
Give me just what's good, Javi? What's good? What's good, everybody? I see everybody. What's going on?
Rick New says, what about Sundial?
Bring my mic down.
Sundial will squeeze again one day. Natalie the trader. Natalie got accused of being a bot. That was funny. Tony, why are you answering Natalie in the comments of your videos? Don't you know she's a bot? I was like, well, it's a pretty smart bot that can have a conversation in a live chat. Natalie is just one of the most amazing supporters of AMC. You got Natalie, Pam, Javi. These guys are everywhere. You guys are more places than I am.
Is it okay if I just kind of back away from the mic?
Yeah, Tony? It's fine now. Yeah, it's fine now.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's a PS5 sponsorship for those who wonder. I'm just joking. I'm not sponsoring Weeble or anything like that. AMC, okay, we're building our family together. Let me tell you about payment for order flow, but at the same time, let me promote Weeble, which is also payment for order flow. Let's get started.
I was kind of laughing at the latest allegation that all of us. I was laughing at the latest allegation that any YouTuber is being paid by Weeble or Robinhood to promote buying of AMC. I mean, there are some YouTubers that are still promoting Weeble, but that's just because they want to line their pockets. Weeble and Robinhood don't tell. You guys know that both Phil and I do not promote any brokerage other than Fidelity directed trade. But I do know that those guys that do promote Weeble and Mumu Public, all of those, they get like a $20 spiff for every new user. And that's it. There's no like directing anyone what to do or we're only going to pay you if you tell people to buy AMC. That's just more fantasy pushed out by people that don't know what they're talking about. But I just refuse to do it because I'm not here for the money. If I was about the money, yes, I'd put links galore, and I'd make $20 every person that I got to sign up for some random brokerage account. But I can guarantee you they're not telling YouTubers to push AMC. That's just absolute fantasy.
And it's just, as you can see, they're just riding the wave, just doing their best they can to make money. I always push in my videos, I always say, well, hey, I'm holding with you guys. I'm working. I'm doing the same thing that you're doing. I'm not telling you to click below. I'm literally just randomly making my videos, just talking about the stock. I too made that mistake of buying through Robinhood, okay? Because I'm not a financial advisor. I heard about this in the studio and, one of my friends was just like, man, you need to look into this, and I did. And sure enough, I bought on Robinhood thinking it was this or that. And sure enough, you do enough DD, you hear about payment for order flow, you hear about all this other shit that's going on with your stocks. You're like, well, I want to be in the best seat possible. And so, that's when I started talking about it. And, in my own Facebook group, I made a Facebook group letting people know, hey, let's just make sure we're doing this correctly. We're going to Fidelity. We're going to all the elements of every brokerage that's not doing payment for order flow. And that's what we were doing. And then soon enough, I come to YouTube of all places, and then I see all of these guys just get on here talking about, yeah, and while you're at it, click here and let's do this and let's do that. And it's like, that's not what this is. You don't need to do that. You don't need to jump on the bandwagon of trying to profit off the apes. That's why my videos are the way they are, because I'm just literally like, I just can't. So I'm sure there's others like me that have this same conviction, that's doing the same thing I'm doing, that's buying, that's holding, that's working. We're not selling our shares. We're not doing anything to get into other plays. If we do get into another play, we've sought it out, we researched it, we did everything we're supposed to do. And that's just how I feel about it. And so, if my videos come off as a little harsh or if I'm a little combative, I'm just fucking like passionate because people's money is in this, and so, I take that serious, as far as, this entire movement goes. I really do take it serious because I don't want people to see me as a salesman. I'm not a salesman. I'm simply a producer. I'm a music producer. I do this for a living. So I'm not a salesman. So that's just how I feel about
it. Someone said here, let me see if I can put this up. Where is this? VT says, Lou meant stop buying shares from Webull or trading apps. I wish he would just come out and explicitly say what I
Lou is
meant
always
was
a mystery. Why is everybody giving this guy anything?
or
He's a
trading apps.
mystery. Like, why is
People
everyone a
widely
mystery?
interpreted what he said as stop buying.
Yeah, like
if he would have just said buy direct, from the exchange, it would have been crystal clear. And then there would not have been a problem. There would have been zero disagreement from anybody in YouTube land. But I think we can all agree, based on every YouTuber and every comment in his videos, that is not what he said. He said stop buying. And then later he started hedging a little bit. Well, don't support these payment for order flow brokers. Yes, do not do that. But buy on a lit exchange.
The reason why my subscribers have gotten up is not because I talk about AMC. It's because I don't speak in mystery. I don't leave people clueless to find out I wonder what Phil meant by this. I wonder what he meant by that. Let's go to the next episode. No, this isn't that. Okay. I'm telling you straight up. Okay. Buy through a lit exchange. Here are some AMC YouTubers who I feel like are speaking true and who are not bullshitting you. And that's why I'm here with Tony, because Tony's keeping it fucking real, people. So, I mean, what more can I ask for? What more could you ask for? If someone's going to give it to you straight? Yes, we're not financial advisors, but we're doing our own due diligence and we're holding with you and we're providing our information. And if you want to take it, great. But we're not sitting here leaving you in confusion. That's why many people will say, well, I don't think he has any shares because of the way he speaks. He can't speak with true conviction because he just can't say what he wants to say. Yeah, the people want transparent. The people are told on a regular basis, watch out for this, watch out for that. And here it is, the main number one guy that everybody goes to regarding this, especially the new FOMO buyers. They're like, yeah, I like New. He seemed like a good old New Yorker. Yeah, but he's speaking in circles. That's all that is. It's in circles. It's like in mystery, So I'm just giving it people straight, man, and just straight talk. No bullshit here, man. If I feel like a certain play is good, I'll agree or I'll disagree. It's as simple as that.
Someone said we need to get Al from Boston. Al, Lou, any of them, anybody that is YouTubing AMC is welcome to join. This is not a hit session on anybody. This is just a pump up AMC Thanksgiving jam.
Yep.
And if there are any miscommunications that someone wants to clear up or points you want to get across, now is your chance.
Oh, yeah. But I want to thank all of you that are here, that's holding the stock. Thank you, and trust and believe. You're not in this alone. Um, I didn't know how big this community was until I really got into the YouTube land. I thought it was just some quick, easy play from Facebook or whatnot. And here it is. This thing is bigger than what I thought it was, and I never thought that I would see myself in this. And so, I want to say thank you to everybody that's holding with us. And some people look for other individuals that's on YouTube to provide them calm. I try to add with my videos, I try to add I don't know, a little bit of because there are some apes that are, that come from the struggle, right? And so I try to add that little element, like, hey, I've been in your shoes, I know what it's like, I've been there, I come from that same environment. So I try to talk in the sense that they can understand it. Like the post, the video I made today, just kind of explaining, why people are buying, why it would make sense if you do buy. Just know that you could cause a gamma squeeze, which could be a 28 grams. So just something that people can kind of that's in the streets that kind of can know some of those things. So just to kind of add a little reference here or there, but I'm just excited for this, man. I'm just super excited for this. As far as what Adam Aaron could post tomorrow or tweet tomorrow, what am I thinking? I mean, I hope he doesn't waste my time. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't waste my time.
Phil, you can bring the mic a little bit closer.
My bad. I just don't want Adam Aaron to waste my time. Just don't waste my time. Just what's up. You did the whole naked short thing. Don't waste our time. You know what we're here for. He knows why we're here. And I just hope he doesn't do all of this just to keep mind fucking us. This is all I'm saying. I know what you want, Tony. You want the crypto. I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you 100%. I'm ready for that, man. I got a whole nother bag just ready for crypto. Okay, so
that's good. That's good. My good friend sold about a year ago all of his stocks and went into crypto, and he now has over $1 million in crypto. It's just amazing what he's been able to do with that.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel comfortable going 100% crypto because I don't want the government, the federal government, to do a rug pull on everything. So.
Right. And a lot of people I've noticed, especially on Facebook, they're making that move. And I ask them all the time. I'm like, what are you doing? What's this or what's that? They're like, yeah, I got a little bit of SafeMoon, I got Polkadot, I'm like, what? I got Litecoin, I got this coin, I got that coin. I'm just like, so no stocks, no nothing. They're like, no, I don't trust that. No. I'm like, what? Okay.
Someone put in chat, call Matt and Trey and get them in here. I'd love to have them in here, guys. They have never, since I've been in AMC in May, ever any of them answered my messages. So I invited Matt to get together for some sangria while he's in Texas, and haven't heard from him either. So yeah, I'd love to hear from them or anyone. All YouTubers are welcome. Al, Lou, Matt, Trey. This is open invite.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Tony. With that's one thing the same thing that motivated you is what motivated me to speak. And I'm not even a financial advisor. I just was a concerned citizen. Look at all these clickbait videos. What the fuck? Moaz coming tomorrow. Moaz coming soon. This has happened. This big happened. Oh, look at this. Look at that. No, let me bring you down to reality here. And, that's just how I felt about this. And I just feel like people don't need to be lied to. People need to be told the truth. I'm seeking the truth as well, and so I feel like if I could add a little balance to that, I'm here for it. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not here to profit off anybody. If I need money, I will go out the door and go make some money, and so it's as simple as that.
Phil and I have had that conversation before. Like, well, what do you do if you don't have any more money to buy AMC? Well, you better get a side hustle or a second job. I've spent my entire life working 2 or 3 jobs if I had to have spare coin.
Exactly.
And someone also commented earlier about watching TV is for the lazy. Hey, I get it. We all need our relaxed time. And if that's what you like to do, that's fine. But don't complain to me that you don't have money to buy more AMC if you're spending 8 hours a night watching TV. There are more productive things you could do with your time. But, you can only give yourself a leg up. The choice to change your life is in your hands of how you want to spend your time. And later on, I'll talk more about entrepreneurship and how to do side gigs and how to make money passively. After all this AMC stuff is done, I can't even keep up with AMC videos, but I've done a shit ton of stuff in my life. And I have 4 other businesses. That's how I make my money right now, not from YouTube, unlike what a lot of people think. But you got to fucking hustle.
Yeah, got to
have money.
Especially if you're in the States, the opportunity is there. There's no excuses. Let's just be for real about it. Also, me and the family, we watched a film today called 8-Bit Christmas on HBO Max. So this kid, right? Literally.
Hang on 1 second. Master Investor, if you want to jump in, send me an email. info@tonydenaro.com. We'll get you in here.
GMI, what's good, G?
We can get 9 people on this live stream. This is an open invite. This is not a hate session on anybody. This is just a Thanksgiving jam.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday night.
Because we all need each other. We all need each other, regardless of what disagreements we have. We all need each other, period. Doesn't matter, I may have disagreements this way, you have disagreements that way, but we all need each other, okay? So.
Yep. Who else has theories about what Adam Aaron's going to say on Sunday? Or Phil, we haven't heard what you thought about that yet.
About what, Adam Aaron?
Did you know he has an announcement, some special announcement coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, I knew. I saw the tweet, and what it could be. Hopefully, of course, let's accidentally expose these shorts. But what it will be, I don't know. I'm every time that there's some sort of big tweet, it's all there's always a grain of salt, with it a little bit, like popcorn thing, and this and that, free popcorn. I'm thinking it's this and that. I'm like, yeah, I can get popcorn. Come on, man, give me the real shit. give me the real shit. Don't sugarcoat me, man. Don't waste my time. You understand what's going on. But I understand that he understands that he has to play the game without it looking like collusion. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and let him just speak his mind on how he feels. So that's just how I feel. So we'll see where it goes, but hopefully Of course, NFT or crypto, something. Give me something. Give me something. Something.
I'm asking for crypto or tokenized stock for a Christmas present.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's Christmas, man. Come on, man. Don't just make this. Come on, you know what? You know why. You know why. Everybody knows why. So, and to add a bow on top, I hope that if he does come out with the crypto tomorrow,
Did you say to add a bowl on top?
a bow, like
Oh, bow. Okay.
call it popcorn, okay? I don't want it to be ApeCoin. No, I mean if you did, fine, whatever, doesn't matter. But if it was popcorn, oh, that's gonna sell like that's easy. It's easy.
By the way, Adam Aaron also still hasn't responded to the popcoin idea, but I don't think he would because they don't want to tip their hand if they are working on that. But fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I just hope that as an investor, that he really does look out for the investor's best interest.
Did you hear about the all the execs selling $70 million worth of AMC besides including Adam Aaron's 25 million?
I heard about that. And as far as what it could be, I mean, who knows? I mean, it looks like everything is kind of coming to, I mean, remember, from what I remember, Joe Biden kind of pushed this situation till like December the 3rd, from what I remember. So they could be just jumping the ship before the 3rd happens, because there's nothing else happening after that, from what I understand.
So Miso Loco says, hopefully the announcement levels the playing field. I'm going to take the position of I'm going to be optimistic, but not overly optimistic. You guys that watch me all the time already know that's kind of my style. Whatever it is, I'm sure it will be good. If it's going to be an over-the-top announcement, I don't know. We'll just have to wait till tomorrow and see. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. I got another live tentatively planned for tomorrow night. And TMI, I know you might not have your mask with you, but I can send you an email and you can still get in on your phone. This is this software. As long as you have a camera and a mic of any type, you can jump on, and we can get you guys in here.
And let me just say that TMI is one of the first people I saw on YouTube that spoke passionately about the stock, and definitely one of my catalysts that added conviction to my stock. So I want to thank you for that, TMI, if you're still listening, brother.
Froggy Style says, wait till the Adam Aaron video finishes uploading. You got one that you're putting out on Adam Aaron, Froggy Styles? Adam Aaron is going to show his underwear again. Phil, you got a drink there?
I don't have a drink, but I can. Remember, I got a lot.
It's time to do a shot together. It's time to do a shot together. Don't make me drive all the way to Orlando to wait for a drink.
Bro, say less. Hold on, I'll be back.
Guys, I did get tentative agreement from Scarlett to do the road trip. Although we were discussing if January or February would be better to go visit all your favorite YouTubers. Of course, that would require them answering me. But I'd like to do a road trip if this thing is not squeezed by the end of December, and go give Lou a hug, and Phil, and TMI, and Trey. Who else? Short the Vix. Anybody and everybody. A little bit of a tour of the U.S. from Texas to Florida to Maine. Some of my viewers want me to stop in, but we were wondering if January might be too difficult to get up to New York, Maine, some of those. So what do y'all think? January, February? I really don't want to even imagine in my brain that this is going to take till February.
Turns out somebody has removed my liquor.
Oh my gosh. Well,
But
hopefully that's better than
they
what they
bring
did to mine.
something.
Wine?
No, of course.
Yeah. If they removed your liquor, it's better than what they did with mine, which was fill the tequila bottles up with water.
Oh my gosh.
Did you hear that story?
That's crazy, man. That's wild, man. But yeah, let
I
me tell you
did
about
get
this
both.
story about how I got banned on Twitter.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
So this was
Who are
like
you? Who are
this
you
was like
crushing
years
on?
ago. Okay, this was like right when I would say I was, about about 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. So I was on Twitter and the George Floyd thing just happened, right? I literally like it was like before Twitter even seen it. Like I saw the video before everybody on Twitter saw it. So I decided to share the video on Twitter. I tagged everybody that I worked with in the music industry, Talib Kweli, Ice Cube, Polo G. They were all sharing it, right? And you know what's coming after you share something like that. You got the troll bots coming in. They're talking their shit. They're doing everything else. And yeah, I responded and boom, I'm gone. I'm gone. Like I had so many retweets, so many likes, so many everything. Everything was going crazy. And at that point, they just deleted me, man. And just I was gone, just like that.
Wow.
Yep.
So how do you feel about censorship then from Twitter and Facebook? I mean, I know you don't like digital world, but I mean, you've experienced what some of us don't like about Twitter and Facebook firsthand.
Um I don't mind digital world. I just know what's coming
But what?
in
Okay,
those
but
chat.
put digital world aside. What
Hmm.
do you think about the censorship going on Facebook and Twitter? I mean, you certainly have to understand why
True enough.
half the country. I know you might not like digital world. That's fine. We've had this discussion. But
Hmm.
you certainly have to understand why half the country is excited about digital world.
Yeah. It allows them to, express themselves, without any regulations and things like
Well,
that. And
without fear of censorship.
yeah, without fear of censorship. I agree with that. Um, I just feel like my thing is this, like, it's not so much about the censorship, with Twitter or Facebook. It's the fact that real people aren't even running those sites, like at all. Like, if you even say something, just regularly, just say something like a joke. It could be a joke, right? Their computers are set up to like delete you or remove you or just you can call customer service and they're like, huh, what? It's not even that. You don't even get that. The
Yeah.
bot is automatically generated to say you're canceled and that's it. That's my thing. I don't like the way they have their social medias running. I don't like the way it's ran. I just feel like they need to add people to their shit, honestly,
I don't
because
know if you heard me talking last week when the Kyle Rittenhouse trial was on.
yep. Hmm.
Facebook out of the blue went in and flagged one of my posts from a year ago.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me
Do you think that
before.
was coincidence or do you think that was coordinated censorship?
A little bit of both, because from what I understand, on Facebook, Mr. Zuckerberg allowed other individuals to kind of hype that situation up. I got banned I got in Facebook jail for posting a meme of Dave Chappelle at the January 6th situation. So I was like, this is strange. Like Facebook is or the internet in general is just strange. The way they have it's the same shit. Like the same shit we're fighting with the shares. It's like the same shit with social media. Like they have their systems automatically set up. Okay, this happens, triggered. If that happens, triggered. If that happens, triggered. Like it's the same thing, and it's like super frustrating. So I don't know. It's I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So um, I just feel like you know yes, there is a little bit of both. Like, okay, if you're saying this, then you got to go. Or if you're not agreeing with this, then we're gonna make sure your attention for followings, and people see your post, it's gonna just go down a little bit. Like I'm seeing all of it, so I don't like that, man. I don't like it at all.
Yep. Well, open up
Someone
that
said,
bottle, my
Phil,
friend.
let's get all your famous rapper friends into AMC. Could be a big catalyst. Well, truth be told, I do have some friends that are in AMC. They just told me not to disclose their information. I'm gonna just be honest. So let's be honest about that. I'm at least honest, and I'm gonna keep it G with them. So
Hey,
they watch
I'm
my
getting,
videos. They
I'm
watch. They
getting
know what I'm
thirsty.
saying.
I'm getting thirsty, and Doc Zeno's got a martini that's getting lonely. So you need to open up that bottle.
Shit, my bad. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sitting here talking about D-Walk and everything else. Hold on. But yeah, it's let me be abundantly clear. Cancel culture has affected both left and the right. Let's just be honest about that. So just being honest.
Victor says we need censorship of some sort. Misinformation is very dangerous. Yeah, I mean that's a debatable point that we won't get into tonight because I don't want to derail the conversation.
That's why there's people that need to be running social media, not bots.
But even the people running it have agendas. I mean, I think we can agree about that too.
That too. But everybody can't be vetted, man. It's so crazy. Like it's crazy. Nobody thinks in the middle. Everybody chooses sides, and it's like I ain't choosing a side. I'm just like being me, But
my side on politics is we need term limits for all these dickheads. We should not be able to establish a kingdom in Washington, D.C.
There we go. Oh yeah, definitely. There we go. Come on, get open. I'm gonna take it straight to the head with you, buddy. Let me get this shit open.
We had a nice bottle. I went with Scarlett, and we went to go visit family for Thanksgiving for a 1-hour meal, but I did cook a meal here. One Sunday we'll do the Tony Denaro cooking show, but we have a full Thanksgiving meal here and a bottle of red wine, but that's already gone. Only the turkey's left at this point. Doc Zeno says, my politics is, does it make me money? That's I'm right there with you, my friend. No matter which party is in power, you can figure out a way to make money. Exactly. For the time being, until they say you're not allowed to make that much money. Watch out, Doc. They're coming for you.
Be right back.
Watch this. I'm not going to wait for Phil. He won't even know. Woo! Thank you, PJ. Thank you for that. Have the shorts covered yet? I'm waiting for Froggy to send me an email. He might be fixing his hair or something. For those that are new, that is not Patron. I was going to have a party, and I accumulated a collection of tequilas in late 2019, a bunch of them, because of the ongoing debate. Okay, my favorite shot tequila is Patron Silver. And I always get in an argument with people like, oh, Patron sucks, da-da-da-da-da. And everyone tells me what their favorite is. So I just said, screw it. I'm going to invite a bunch of friends over. We're going to have a blind taste test and see what people like if they don't know the label. And I got all this whole bar full of different tequilas, and then COVID hit. And they've all just been sitting there. I was like, screw it, man. I'm just going to do my own blind taste test.
Hey, Tony, what are your thoughts on this new COVID variant that's out there? What are your thoughts on that and how it affects the market?
Yeah, based on the latest news that's been coming in today, I think that I'm not as worried about it as I was when it hit on Friday. when the news, when the news, what was that, Friday morning, Thursday night when that news hit?
Mm-hmm.
So the latest
Zeno
news
says,
makes
"How's
it
your
sound
back?"
like the latest news makes it sound like it's not going to be as bad as we thought. It's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
It's already in Europe. It's probably already in the U.S. But based on what I was reading today, the people that have been diagnosed with it, their symptoms have been fairly mild. So I don't know what all the big to do was on Friday that people said it's a monster mutation. Seems like to me maybe some institutions wanted to pick up some shares on the cheap. They do that every now and then. You guys know that. They flush, get the paper hands out, buy cheap. The next day, everything's right back where it was.
Yep. Exactly. Same. I've seen it all my life. There's just crazy, conspiracy or just a big wave of just, hey guys, here's the new boogeyman, and in the back end, they're like, okay, get the rest of this shit, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, we know what's up, but
I've seen people talking about the new variant just in time for the Giselle Maxwell case. I mean, who knows? I mean, that case really has not gotten any press, has it? None at all. And this,
right.
I don't want to go down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole, but that does provide some convenient cover for something else to talk about, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, and they know that's going to be trending everywhere. Everyone's going to be watching. Cancel culture's ready with their phones. They're ready. They're ready. Oh yeah, look at this person associated with that person and this person that's associated with. Yeah, sure. So that's why I just kind of came to YouTube and just said, you know what, I'm just going to speak. I'm not even monetizing my account, not at all. I'm just going to speak and just go from there and just talk my mind, speak my mind, and just go from there, man. I'm just excited to be here with you, Tony, man. You're a very good individual, man. Very good fellow. I'm very thankful for you. I'm thankful for all the apes here. Um, this community definitely embraced me with open arms. Here it is. I'm just some guy that's talking about the stock, and I'm just thankful for it all. Even the bots, even the trolls that's in here talking ish about me. Hey, I'm thankful for you too. I'm glad you thought about me to type it.
I kind of laugh because I did a video where I voiced my opinion, and last time I checked, this is still a free country.
Exactly.
But I voiced my opinion about Lou's somewhat confusing message about don't buy AMC anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, my video is filled with hater comments, but at least I answer them, right?
Yeah.
And I've looked at his videos a few times. Does he ever answer a single comment?
No, he doesn't. But his
So,
troll bot does.
For all the people that hate me, I get it. I mean, you love the guy. I like Lou too. He's a great entertainer, but us small guys are still out here at least trying to engage with you. Whether you like us or not is irrelevant. We still want to have a discussion. And
the
if
crazy
you can
part
have
is,
if you can have an intelligent discussion without hurling insults, then I will engage with you. I have no
right.
problem with people disagreeing with me.
Exactly.
Just like I know no matter what I say about finance, love, politics, half the people are going to disagree with me. I've lived my entire life knowing that we don't all get along. That's fine. But at the end of the game, what I want to bring this home to, we're all on the same team with AMC. And that's what tonight is about, the Thanksgiving Jam. If we can get some more people on here, great. If it's just me and Phil, that's great too. But I just want to bring home the message that we are all thankful for all of you. We all have the same end goal. We're all on the same team. We might disagree about the minutia, but we can make this happen if we stick together and focus on the end goal.
Right. Exactly. And well, many of these individuals that come in and saying this or that, you know, they don't realize I'm a producer with a placement. Okay, I have placements. I have many placements in the industry, and I still converge with you because you're a part of the family, right? So
Phil, you got a call for your intro.
the shorts cover? No. What the fuck are we talking about? you know,
I told Phil the other night on the phone, I was like, every time I watch a video, I say that line right along with him. I love a good tagline, Bill. I need to come up with one for my show. I don't have a good I don't have
that's
a good
America's
intro.
question right now. That's America's question every single day. Let's just be for real. Everybody's asking, "Hey, did the shorts cover?" No. I don't even care what the
What
chart
we're
looks
talking
like.
about.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about? We're not talking about anything. What are we talking about? Popcorn? Oh yeah, sure, whatever. Let's talk about it. you know, Six Sun said, "Phil, name some of the famous rappers or artists that's holding AMC." Well, I will say this: I'm not disclosing. I'm out of respect for the artists that did talk to me. All right, out of respect, they don't want their information out there, knowing that they're holding shares in this, particularly this. Now, what I have seen, which is what you all have seen, is Chance the Rapper go out there, make some good nods. Justin Bieber made some good nods, and that's about as far as I'll go.
One of the most famous people I ever met was Joe Rogan, and I didn't even recognize him because I remembered him from
I would
Fear
love to meet
Factor.
Joe Rogan. I don't care. I don't
Huh?
care what anybody says about him. I would love to meet him.
I met him and I spent an entire evening with him, but the moment I met him, I didn't realize it was him. And
Really?
man, I said, I, I said, what are you doing tonight? He's like, we're going up to the comedy club. And I was like, oh, I think Joe Rogan's playing there tonight. He's like, dude, I am Joe Rogan. I was like, oh, fuck. He put on so much weight from when he was on Fear Factor and he's lost some of his hair. And I did not
Man, I grew
realize
up
it was
watching
him.
Fear Factor, like religiously. Fear Factor, that's all it was. And I don't, I'm still a Fear Factor fan. So no, I don't care about any. I like his podcast. I love it. I like how honest he is. And yeah, I just would love to meet Joe
That
Rogan.
that
So
that night I got to hang out with him. He met up with Alex Jones and the dude that lives here in Texas that created the Fleshlight. That was quite a night, let me tell you.
oh man, these comments are very, very funny.
Who else have I met? Interesting. Oh, Marcus Demonis. Do you know him from a show on CNBC called The Prophet? If you
No,
guys
never
don't
heard of
know, if you don't know Marcus Demonis or the show called The Prophet, Profit, go fricking watch that show on CNBC. Make that one of your shows that you watch on a regular basis. That guy is good-hearted and effing smart as hell.
Oh yeah.
And I was with him and my phone rang and I was talking with him and I didn't want to answer the phone because I had limited time with him and I didn't want to interrupt it with a phone call. It was Scarlett. And he saw the phone ringing and he saw her picture pop up on the phone. He's like, Tony, answer her call. And I was like, wow, this is a good man. Like, who would say that? Like, plus he's just smart as hell. I mean, he's invested in so many businesses.
That's good.
And I just love the guy to death.
Yeah. Yeah. I kid you not. The first, I would say, artist or celebrity that I ever met, I kid you not, was Uncle Luke from Two Live Crew, right? I know. I don't know if you ever heard of him. If you have, he's pretty famous for
Marcus Lemonis. Sorry, I said his name wrong. Marcus Lemonis, like lemon with the IS.
Okay. But yeah, so one of the first artists that I've met in the music industry was Uncle Luke. He was part of Two Live Crew. If you're familiar with that, they were They were like literally like the first group, I would say, part of like that were victims of cancel culture. I mean, everybody tried to cancel their music, censorship, everything. They even won a lawsuit for it. And only thing I remember was his security was so freaking huge. This dude was almost 8 feet tall, and I'm just like, whoa, like that was the biggest. The dude was huge, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I'm just like, man, I don't know. This is crazy. Like I'm coming like young kid in the studio, and here it is, Uncle Luke and his huge security. It was the most craziest thing. And then I met Khaled, right? DJ Khaled, met him twice. First time I met him, very humble guy, very, very nice person, very energetic. This is when he used to say, listen, listen, right? So I thought that was very cool, man. He was very awesome. For those who've seen some of my older videos, you know I actually showed uh, all these cats that come in here talking about, oh Phil, you never did this or that, and here it is. I got a whole shout out from DJ Khaled. Now what do you have to say, bots? Like I said, I come into YouTube um, understanding, the elements that people don't believe anything until they see it, which is why I respect Trey Trades for at least being transparent about, some of the funds he's been making as a AMC YouTuber or GME YouTuber. I respect his transparency, and to be honest, he's one of the main reasons why some of us are here, right? His conviction, his information, and of course, I just like it. I just love what he puts out. But I also have some agreements and disagreements with him, right? So I still respect him as a person, though. So
The most famous guy I met in your world was Birdman.
you met Birdman?
Yeah, it was funny. He was here for Austin City Limits with a whole bunch of crew and a bunch of other rappers, and they were all staying in a hotel, but he stayed in his coach. He didn't get a hotel room. He stayed in the coach,
That
which
sounds
I
like
thought was
Birdman.
strange. I thought that was strange.
He probably wants
Someone
to
asked
smoke in his own room or whatever. Usually that's what
someone
it is.
asked someone asked in the chat, am I invested in AMC or in GME or both? So, John, to answer your question, I was in AMC since the beginning. I was watching GameStop since the beginning. I didn't know about it in December of last year, unfortunately, but I watched it go up and down, and that's what got me. When I saw it didn't fall down to the base level, that's what got me looking into it more. And that's when I decided to get in AMC early. And then I've bought GameStop since then on the dips. So I have both, but I'm much more heavily invested in AMC than GameStop. But I think one or both will squeeze at the same time. I don't know if they'll go to the same level. They both have their pros and cons, which I go over in my live streams quite often. But I am in both. Much more AMC. I have a lot of stocks. AMC is my largest position of any stocks that I own. And I don't, on my channel, I don't brook any division between the two. If you want to hate on GameStop or AMC people, this is not the place for that. We support both. And many of the people that are regulars on my channel own both.
Boom. All right. So the shills are heavy in the chat, but it's cool. I love it.
Welcome to my world, Phil.
Man, Tony.
Carrie Lee, happy holidays. What is going on, Carrie? Sawa in the house. What else we got going on in the chat here? There was another question that I missed. Someone asked. Let me look up the chat here.
Going, man. The shills are trying to make themselves known with no pictures. Great.
Someone asked, what do I think? What do I think about Adam Aaron's announcement? We've talked about that a couple times already. I think I'm going to reserve judgment. I think he said it's going to be cool and fun and we'll be happy. Whether or not it's going to be what I want, which is a crypto coin, I don't know. Probably not. If it's some NFT or partnership with Warner Brothers, that's still cool too. Any news is good news at this point.
Right. Any news is good news, because I mean, Gasparino is every day like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. You don't want to see it, bro. Let's just be for real. You don't want to see it. Meanwhile, the rest of us see it. We see it, but we just can't like say, hey, here it is. But we see it. So.
Yep. Hey, Phil, this one's for you. You got your drink there? I told Phil I'd have a drink with him in Orlando when I make it that way. And this is nothing but pure hedgy tears. Fuck the hedgy. Oh, yeah. Choke on this, up yours, and all that good shit.
All you bots and hedgies, yeah, that's for you.
Hooah! Yeah, Matrix NFT. I've seen people speculating on that. That'd be cool, Any news is good news. My news that would make me just like leap off the ground and dance a jig in the background would be Popcoin, AMC crypto, tokenized stock. But look, Adam Aaron already dropped the hint that it's something related to a movie. So it's probably not everything that I'm hoping for. But Adam, if you check this out on the restream, we would like a Christmas present. A tokenized NFT, a tokenized stock, an NFT dividend, a crypto coin. Watch my video, Adam, on Popcoin and learn how to change your company. And I am available. I will stop live streaming if Adam hires me for about $400,000 or $500,000 a year as a crypto consultant.
So, Tony, what would you, let's say, life after MOAS? What kind of plans do you maybe have, or what are some things you always want to get into? Just I'm curious because you seem like it seems like you would have like your own commercial or your own like
That is a great question,
cool
Phil.
thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's probably no secret by now to my regular viewers that I'm a workaholic. So I won't stop working, but I will take more vacations. And my plans after the MOAS, we're in the city now here in Texas. We'll get some ranch land where Scarlett can have whatever animals she wants. And probably have a live music stage on the acreage and a dance floor. And so in a pool, and just a place to chill, but I'm not going to stop working. That's just not my style. And I enjoy helping people. I will probably always be doing some version. Now that I've discovered how much I love doing YouTube, my roots go all the way back to when I was a manager at a corporation 20, 30 years ago, helping my employees, my guys making $8, $9, $10 an hour with an investment club that we started and teaching them about stocks. That's how far back this goes for me. And I thought about at certain points becoming a certified financial planner, but then I realized that wouldn't pay me what I'm worth. So I decided not to go through that hassle. You actually have to work for a financial planning company for a couple of years to accumulate hours to get certified. And that'd be a major pay cut for me.
Yeah.
I've been working for myself 15, 20 years. I'm not going to go work for someone else making 30,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about that because I'd like to help people. I enjoy helping people get a leg up, but I really just decided this was a better way to get my voice out there. And I probably will never stop doing this. It will transition from AMC to more like content on stocks, crypto, options, real estate, entrepreneurship, all of those topics, the things that I do every day, the things that I love. And 30 years of knowledge. I've had so many businesses. Some have been good, some have failed. Just share that so that people can know what works and what doesn't work. That's kind of my plan. And then I love to travel.
I know one thing. I'll be a
I have
subscriber. I'll be a
over 1,000,000
member.
miles on American Airlines,
Yeah.
but I haven't traveled much in the past couple of years because of COVID and working. So I would like to travel a little more in my spare time again one day.
What's a country you would like to go to?
Huh?
What's a country you would like to go to?
I've been to most of them, but I have not been to New Zealand. I've not been to Australia. Haven't been to Iceland or Greece.
Okay.
So those are some of the next ones on my list.
Nice. Very nice. I always want to go to Egypt. I always want to go to Australia. And I believe Japan. Yeah, Japan is a place I always want to go to.
You're
My
married, right?
brother went. My brother was stationed in Okinawa, and he always used to like bring me like random items from Okinawa. So I thought that was really cool.
You're married, right, Phil, or no?
Not married, but I do have a spouse I deal with. My very
Okay,
beautiful
well then
girlfriend.
you're good to go to Japan then. I'm just saying, if you're single, that's a great place to go.
Oh yeah, my brother already told me. He already
I
told me. I
spent
already know what's up.
I,
So
I spent
um,
many years in Asia.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah.
me,
My
you
brother
do
like
good
told
there.
me like a lot of good stuff about Japan. He's showed me some stuff as well. So and, he's a Marine, so he's been over there doing some good doing good work. But yeah, man. So but as far as what I would do, many people would assume that I would like lean more towards music. Um, unlike the shellbots that don't know me, I'm pretty much retired from music. I know how that may sound, but music is, it's a good thing. I mean, I'll probably do like maybe an album just to get it out of the way. But my main investment is going to be most likely into the gaming industry and maybe a film, and that's about it. You know, I always want to get into games. As you can see, I got a PS5. I love playing this game. My kids love playing it. Me and my brother even discussed this in full detail. We discussed how we want to create like a really cool fighting game that's more realistic because there's always the same type of fighting games that come out. So you got the boxing games that's always in the ring, and we're like, you know what? We should probably do something a little different with this. Instead of the ring, we could do like different types of fighting. Because people have many different fighting styles, and so we want to kind of emulate that into a game. And of course, during the pandemic, I was making my own film, my own money. I didn't ask for any investments from YouTube or anything like that. My own hardworking money. I invested in my own film. And then, of course, COVID hit and shut that down. But I'm going to most likely go back into making my horror film, which is called Pray For Me. So I'm going to get back into that. Um, for those of you who are into horror films, if you're familiar with Art the Clown, I know him personally, the actor David Howard Thornton. Him and the producer and director of Terrifier. Most likely, I'm going to be working with them. Actually, to be honest, right? Uh, a fighting game with Phil versus Lou. Wow.
Hey, I said if Ape Father goes up against Lou, I'll take the winner.
Man, who would win Listen, Eight Father, listen. You're gonna have to slow down on the stakes, dog. I'm telling you, dog. You got to slow it down a little bit. Slow down on the happy place. You might have to go back to that dark place, and just really get it in. But no, but seriously, we should all have, enough of the fighting each other, right? We need to like really like. I mean, I'm serious, like on some real like, hey, everybody needs to talk to everybody. That's why in some of my vids, I did mention another YouTuber, which I'm not gonna sit here and have this YouTuber debate thing, but I feel like this one particular YouTuber, which everybody probably knows about, you need to start naming other apes that's in the community that's making YouTube videos. that's talking, that's handing information to individuals. You gotta have to start doing that. It doesn't matter. We're not trying to do things for clout. We're not trying to say, hey, look at us. We're naming other apes in our chats, everyday people, everyday hardworking people, and we've heard their stories, we've heard all sorts of things. And I got other apes that's in my group that I would love to, introduce to you guys, but they're just, seeing the division, or they're seeing, things they don't like. Yeah, but Phil is
Someone said
Phil
we need.
Werner, Humpty Dumpty.
Someone said we need a cage match between Ape Father and Lou.
A cage match.
Yeah, or maybe it was between me and the winner of Ape Father and Lou. I don't know. I love MMA, by the way.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
MMA.
MMA. I got to
Oh
spend a
dang.
weekend with Dana White, and he gave me ringside tickets to the MMA fight when they were here in Austin,
Wow.
and a free hoodie, free merch, guys. Dana White is
Nice.
a badass individual. That was actually might have been the same weekend I met Joe Rogan. Joe was probably here for calling the fight. It's been a few years. I can't remember, but I love MMA stuff.
Yeah. To me,
So
MMA is like what everybody like, because we all grew up in the WCW, WWF era, and then next thing you know, you had ECW, right? And that kind of was like leaning towards, in that MMA route, and boom, here we are. So that uncut, that real get 'em, I love it. I love all of it. So
someone said we need a match between the God Pill and Ape Father. Have you ever watched the God Pill, Phil?
I have not.
Man, I
Being
wish he'd join the chat. That would make it interesting.
God Pill? Who is that? I have no idea who
God
that is.
Pill. The God
God
Pill
Pill?
is a GameStop investor that made $1 million and then lost it. He's
How
got
did
a
he lose
YouTube.
it?
He's got a YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel, but he kind of stopped investing. Publishing much after he lost all his money.
I mean,
anyways, moving on.
How did he... Moving
Conor
on.
McGregor versus Lou. I've been watching MMA since it was on VHS.
Hey, Mike,
I
you
used to go
talking
to
real, boy. Remember, man, I'm on you, but I'm being very, very nice. I'm here with my friend Tony, and I'm gonna enjoy my night with my good friend Tony. So
I've been watching MMA since they used to have it on VHS, and I'd go to like the Blockbuster or whatever store they had videos, and like watch Butterbean against some Ninja Warrior. Like it's been interesting to watch the whole progression of MMA through the years.
man, I grew up watching Rey Mysterio, man. I know you know who that is. Rey Mysterio, Goldberg. Come on, man. All day. I loved it, man, growing up as a kid. But
Doc Zeno says Froggy Styles has posted his Adam Aaron video.
Adam
So
Popcorn.
you guys go
Aaron
check
video.
that out once we're done here.
Let's see here. Let's check it out. Hold on. Let me see what we got here. Froggy Styles. I've never heard of Froggy Styles, but I'm gonna check him out.
Anybody else got any AMC questions for us, me or Phil, while we're here? Drop them in the chat.
Oh, looks like Froggy Styles been dropping some vids here. Okay. The Truth Bomb. It sounds like he's talking good based on the comments. It's a whole hour though. You think you're ready for that?
No, I can't do 1 hour videos.
Yeah.
Look, to be honest, since I started doing live streams, my ability to watch anybody's videos is strongly compromised from time restrictions, but I do watch all of y'all on 2X. So word to everybody that's tuning in. If you don't have time to watch everyone, put it on 2x and watch at least 80% of their video. You will, if you like the YouTuber and watch at least 70, 80%, you will help get the word out on those videos. If it's long, speed it up. Speed it up.
Hey, Froggy Style, I'm gonna check you out. I see you in the chat, so I'm gonna check out your video. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna respond to it possibly if I feel like I need to respond to it. But most likely, just being honest, I'm just like everybody else is, they're gonna be responding to Adam Aaron's tweet and their thoughts. I mean, let's just be honest. That's just the main thing. I'm gonna have my Twitter. I don't have Twitter. Like I have access to it, but I'm not able to tweet or anything like that. So I'm gonna be checking that out. That's like, my main thing. He's hyping us up for a reason. Okay, so it's no big question here. It's don't sit here and say, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Oh, come on, man. You better give me the goods.
Someone asked thoughts on Wyckoff theory. So I'm going to share my thoughts on Wyckoff theory, and then feel free to jump in.
Sure.
Look, guys, I've been watching all of the due diligence, all the videos, all the charting that everybody's been doing on AMC for a year now, almost. And there's a specific reason I do not do technical analysis and charting on my channel, because I don't believe it's useful. You can draw all the charts and overlays and comparisons that you want, but this is a short squeeze at the end of the day, and it's highly manipulated. So this is my personal opinion. I don't pay a lot of attention to charts or theories. And Dave Marino, and Astro, all of those guys, I appreciate all of the effort they put into it. No doubt. I watch their stuff, but if it's a 30-minute video, I can guarantee you I don't watch it all. I'll watch the first couple minutes because I don't have time to watch a 30-minute video. But here's what I'll say on all of those theories. This is a short squeeze play, highly manipulated. Anything can happen. You can't predict anything. That's why I don't do it. Because everybody has called dates. Everybody has called, and they've been wrong every time. So that's my opinion. Eventually, if you do every day, if you do that once a week, eventually you'll be right. And then you'll be hailed as a prophet. But how many times were you wrong? I just can't. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. So I'm not going to do charts. We look at them on my chat because in the 1 minute or the 5 minute, you can see what's going to happen. But in the long term, it's not that useful information. That's just my humble opinion. Phil, over to you.
Well, here's my opinion. Before I got into AMC, it was laid out to me. Don't care about the charts. Look at this. Look at the synthetics. Look at failure to delivers. Look at what's happening. You in or out? I said, I'm in. You know what I mean? Like, fine. And I felt like, before you get into AMC and you're worried about the chart, because that's the whole reason why it's so much confusion. Everybody's looking at this as if it's just a regular play. You got individuals that speak on certain news channels and they're talking about, oh yeah, the fundamentals and the past, and what about the past, and the past you guys were this, and the past you guys were that. And it's like, hey man, we're looking forward to the future. Now, if you can't handle that, then I'm sorry, then you're just not understanding what's going on. And yeah, if you're into the charts and you're able to predict things, good for you. But I'm pretty sure, even though that there was a YouTuber, which I won't name, he has mentioned specifically around the 24th or anything like that, that there would be some sort of a crazy run up. The only thing he's been able to do is to say, hey, you know, I'm able to see this repeating itself. So you may know what I'm talking about, but you know, don't come into this thinking that it's just a regular fundamental play. I'm being honest. That's why I knew to just buy and hold, and I speak with conviction because I'm not looking at it as a fundamental play. You know, I'm looking at this with the intention, understanding that, hey, the shorts cover? No, what are we talking about? You know, so everybody's asking that question. You know, and many people are, yeah, it's understandable. For years many people are tired of the manipulation. Manipulation's been going on for years. Why is 2021 so different? Why is it so different? It's not different. It's just that we caught them this time we caught them this time.
VO Apprentice says, how is max pain allowed? Look, max pain affects many, 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 many stocks, not just AMC. It's a theory in the stock market. So is it manipulation? Yes, it's manipulation. I call it massage because they do it on a Friday. And I think this is my personal opinion. The options market makers apply just enough juice to the buy or sell side to let the high-speed trading algos take it to the point that they want to get close to max pain. Do the options market makers sell every option? No. There are people that sell options, but they're a market maker. If no one's selling an option, they will sell it. So they're on the hook for a lot. And who are the options market makers? Citadel, Susquehanna, a bunch of the guys we hate. And they do not want to pay you. So they will apply juice to the stock, whether it's buy or sell, to move it exactly to that point of max pain on a Friday. It only takes one day for them to get it there. I chart this and talk about it every Friday, and probably 95% of the time, it falls in exactly where I say it's going to on Friday. And people say, oh, Tony, you know, anyone can predict max pain. Duh. That's what I want you guys to realize. Anyone can predict it. So stop wasting your money on options.
Even
You're not going on a regular week. You're not going to make money on options. Only on the 1 week where it shoots up, and none of us can predict when that's going to happen. So just buy effing shares and stop wasting money on options. That's all.
I mean, look at the out of money calls. Hammered on out of money calls for AMC. Good night. You know, and that's why I said, hey, look, listen, let's do something called a full stop, right? Let's just do a full stop. Let's just make sure this message gets across. Full stop on options. Full stop. You know, and I get it. You know, premiums this, premiums that. No, this is just me. You know. I get it. Some people have been trading and investing for years, but this is a different scenario where, you know, you don't have to play the guessing game. You know, you could actually just own the stock and just hold. And it's a very simple process, which is why the average everyday or Mark Cahoes would say, Joe Sixpack could kind of get in here. You know what I'm saying? Like the average Joe Sixpack that could be working at a Checkers, a McDonald's, you know, an AMC theater, right? They could actually go and buy the stock and, you know, make some really good tendies, you know? And it is very tempting, trust me, especially now. And I also want to address this. I know this is kind of off topic, but actually on point. Because, you know, the guy that does that, right? He kind of mentions these stories about how people are, you know, having other thoughts because they're talking to their spouse and they're looking like, oh, we need Christmas, and things like that. You know, you're going to need to, and if you are dealing with that situation, right? If you need this, if you're going to need to, how am I saying this? If you're going to be having these shares and seeing and the money rises and it's been so much money you and your spouse have never seen before, just know you don't want just one Christmas. You want multiple Christmases. Okay, so you need to have that discussion with your spouse. I mean, on a regular basis, because they're going to probably see that and be like, "Man, I just want to take a little bit out and do this." And you just got to let them know, no, 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 no matter what. Because if you want multiple Christmases, hold. That's it. Let them know. Here's the thing. Some of us guys, we're not the smoothest, apples from the tree, right? But if we show that we've been studying, show that we've been learning and researching and showing passion, they will follow. They will follow and actually understand. Okay, well, maybe he knows what he's talking about because he put the money in it, and here it is. It went up to some huge, crazy number, And so I'm speaking for the smooth brain apes out there, So
Phil, I got a question for you, but first, Sawa asked, can you address a list of YouTubers to avoid? Guys, I'm not going to call out any YouTubers to avoid because I love everybody that supports AMC, but I can tell you the ones that are reading Reddit posts and that's all they do, they're not giving you accurate information. That's all I'm going to say.
Bingo.
Now, Phil, what kind of chair you rocking there? Because that was the question. And can you hook me up with a good chair recommendation?
This is a simple chair that I bought from Sam's Club. I'm sorry, I'm a Joe Six-Pack. I went to Sam's Club and saw this cool chair from Respawn and bought it for $40.
How do you like it? Is it comfy on your butt?
It's comfortable, yes, especially when I'm on the computer and when I'm playing games on my TV. I bring it out. I have hardwood floors, so I'm able to roll across my hardwood floor if I don't feel like walking. I have a real back problem. Many people don't, Dr. Zeno knows.
I've seen you talk about that.
Yeah, I was. Let me explain that. So when I was 14, just so everybody knows, when I was 14, I had a 108-degree heat stroke. I know how crazy that sounds, right? 108 degrees. How are you still living? Well, the doctor asked himself the same question. How the fuck are you still living, kid? Oh, and by the way, kind of like, oh, and by the way, if you want to click here, click here for more. He was like, yeah, by the way, you got scoliosis, man. You got severe scoliosis. And so I had a 57-degree curve. So basically my spine looked like an S. So if I didn't get surgery, okay, I would have probably have a heart attack by the time I'm 27. So I had a surgery. So yes, I am part human, part robot, literally.
Did you get surgery on the back then?
Yes, I did. My rod is like from below my neck all the way down to like down there, almost like down there.
Legend has
the rod
it
is like this huge. It's really big.
Legend has it when I change out my chair, the MOAS will happen. This is all hardwood. No pillows.
Tony, if I go to Sam's Club and I see another chair, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna send it your way.
No, I don't want a chair.
No, I know you know. It's cool.
Nope,
it's cool.
It's not about
just
money.
In case you do.
It's not about money. It's about goals.
Oh, I feel you. I'm just saying, a gift from a friend to another friend. And I'm not review dork either.
So you're not going to ask for it back?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't ask for it back. He just called him out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just
man, why are you talking bad about me? I sent you a chair.
No way. If I said something and Tony disagrees, I must have said something wrong, and I'm a man enough to admit that. Many people are.
Someone.
That's why I like Trey. He's a man enough to admit when he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
You asked what I'm going to do after the MOAS. I may come out with a line of chairs.
Tony the Chairo.
Chair bro?
Share, bro. I'm telling you, man, works. It works. It works.
Oh man, I have a chair on reservation with Herman Miller, but I was hoping to either get AMC MOAS or 10,000 subs or a $10,000 day trading day in the month of November for me to buy the chair. So we got like 3 days left, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So there's always Monday and Tuesday, guys. We'll see.
I just want to see Gasparino's face. Like I really do. Like once everything happens, I don't want you to say, well, I always believed it. No, I don't want to see that. I want all these clips of you, Gasparino, and I want it aired everywhere. Hey, everybody, look, I don't want to publicly embarrass you, but you got to, because you're not going to own up to it. I want all your tweets. I want all the things you've been. I want it all. I want it all, because this man has it out for us, man. He really does.
We're going to have some great montage videos after the squeeze happens with all of Charles Gasparino's clips and tweets.
Yeah. I mean, like, this dude, like, before I was banned off of Twitter, he challenged me. I kid you not. He challenged me to a pull-up challenge. And I was like, I'm on go. Like, bro,
How many
let's go.
pull-ups can he do? He's kind of heavy, but he's short.
So here's what happened, right? I'm on Twitter, right? He's talking mess, of course. And so I'm like, man, you don't know how to, he's going to respond, right? He's responding on Twitter. So I upload a video of me doing pull-ups on my pull-up bar. And then everybody likes my tweet. And they're like, yo, I bet you Gasparino don't want it with Phil, right? And then Gasparino's like, oh, yeah, I do a specific way I do my pull-ups. And then he uploads, he shows this picture. And I'm like, bro, that picture is like 2 years old. Why don't you show me something
A picture is not evidence of a pull-up. Show me the full pull-up.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, he's an ultimate troll. He don't want it no more. Listen, I'm old. I just turned 36. I'm young, but I'm old, right? But I got a disability. I got rods, okay? But regardless, bro, I kid you not, I just moved in this house. Many people that are subscribed to me, they know I was in a whole nother house, right? So I moved everything in this house, like damn near by myself, because I had no help. I had no movers. I didn't have time for any of that. I wanted to just get out of the house anyways. But I moved everything by myself. And it's,
so you don't know how many pull-ups Gasparino can do?
I'm pretty sure he can do maybe 15. I'm just saying, maybe 15, 20.
So I'm going to challenge him then, because the most I got was like 19. I was working on 20 in 2019.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge him and at the end of January, I'm going to challenge him again when I get back to my fighting weight.
You got to be the groove for that.
And I'm 50. I'm 54. I would love to embarrass him with 20, 25 push-ups. GermsTube says, any info on Cash App if it does payment for order flow? I looked into Cash App today because someone asked me, and they work with, they farm out their orders to several brokers, and I could not find out for sure if they were payment for order flow brokers, but since Cash App is free trading, I would imagine it is payment for order flow. I don't know for sure, but that would be my guess.
And let me speak from experience, because remember I said I was making mistakes on Robinhood. My girl decides, yeah, let me go ahead and blow 2, 3, 4, 5 bands on Cash App shares. And I'm like, Cash App? You buying shares on Cash App? No, let's transfer that shit into something else, right? So, as we're transferring the process, right? Not only it took 30 days, a long time. It took a long time.
Wait, it takes 30 days to transfer out of Cash App?
That's right. It took us almost more than 30 days. Yeah, yeah. That's why I said, listen, if you're gonna transfer your shares, just transfer them. Doesn't matter. Moaz ain't coming tomorrow. Don't. That's why we say get off the clickbait videos.
I know people have been asking me since July, do I have time to transfer? Fuck yeah, you have time to transfer. What
Yeah,
are
you
you
got
waiting
plenty
on?
of time, man. You
Just
got plenty of
do
time,
it.
man. You know
What are
this
you waiting
Kenny
on?
Griffin
Open
guy.
up your Fidelity. Come on, man. Someone
Yeah,
asked if you can bench press 135, Phil.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. And I'll bench press Mikey if he can show his face. Yeah,
Mikey says he can squat 400. I imagine he's pretty thick.
I mean, nobody knows what Mikey looks like. It could be a chick named Susan, who nobody knows. I mean, like I said, these shellbots come in here and just talk all sorts of noise.
Can Tony bench press more than Phil? I don't know. The most I probably ever benched is probably like 225. I'm 54. I'm not built like a bodybuilder. Let's stick with reality.
Yeah, and Cash
I'm
App
not about bragging about anything.
Right. When you're transferring from Cash App, I forget what name they're using, but like you said, their payment for order flow and all of that's going on. It literally was a third party company, literally, and that's what we had to actually get them to sign and make things happen to go and process this. So yeah, just get out of all of that, people. Just get out away from all the cheap stuff. Just because it's on your phone does not mean it's the best way, people. Okay. My old lady learned that the hard way, and now she knows. Okay. So
PJ asked, do either of us know anything about Apex Clearing Company? Do you know anything about Apex?
I heard AMC Bigums mention it. From what I understand, they were accused of spoofing. So
They're what?
Accused of spoofing. So what he mentioned in his video.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, if you watch his recent video talking about T0, he mentioned that the T0 is associated with Apex and how they were accused of spoofing. So that's what I heard.
PJ says he transferred his stuff from Cash App to Public and only took 3 days. So you must have had shares that were hard to find, Phil.
Most likely.
They probably had you loaded up with those IOUs. They didn't really have the shares.
And we're all going to find out.
What do you think about the whole brokers they're telling you that you have the shares, Phil, but they don't actually buy them. They just write an IOU and make a note in your account. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean,
did you hear that theory?
I heard the theory. I think it's actually possibly true because of the way that people are buying their shares through a phone. That whole IOU process. I mean, come on. I mean, because with Robinhood, it's way more deeper than just payment for order flow. I just want to make that clear why I transferred out of Robinhood. Oh yeah, why not? Right? Shit. Hold up.
You're making me thirsty with all that talking.
Sorry, man. But it's way deeper than just the payment for order flow. It's why I transferred out of Robinhood. I transferred out of Robinhood for multiple things. At the time, number one, I could not get someone on the phone ASAP to talk about my shares that I just invested in, which I felt like was important to me. I'm sure they updated it or whatnot, but at the time, I can't wait on an email. I can't wait on a phone call schedule. I'm not hearing that. What if I want to sell right now? Who can I talk to? You're not there. No. Number two, they were putting cash accounts already in margin calls. I saw this with my own eyes. Okay. So when people were saying, yeah, just get a cash account, Robinhood's like, yeah, what the fuck ever. You're already on margin. Just look at your accounts, like your account statements, and you'll see that everything is in margin already. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the reasons why I didn't like Robinhood. And yeah, number three is payment for order flow. So,
someone said Webull to Fidelity took 5 business days. It should take 3 to 5 business days to get out of your shit broker, Webull, Robinhood, and move to Fidelity. I think TD Ameritrade also has directed trade. So, guys, if you're still in these brokers, get out.
Yeah.
You're
Just
not
get
going to
out of
miss
it,
the
man.
MOAS. Just
Yeah.
move your damn shares.
You have to have
You don't have
access
to
to your
sell
shares.
anything. You don't
You
have to
have to have
sell.
access to them. Seriously. If you can't call somebody or you can't go anywhere, I mean, this is why Fidelity, I feel like, is the best way. You know, you can call somebody. They're gonna know what you're talking about. You know, they got your account pulled up. You can go to a building. You know, there's Fidelities all over America. You know, it's just it's super simple. Now, I want to talk to you, Tony, about something interesting that I heard Mr. Al from Boston said. Um, he mentioned that when we do make that exit, right, the sell, once it looks like phone numbers, he mentioned that, you know, he's going to, you know, recommend to leave, you know, once you sell, you know, don't cash out immediately, right? Just let it sit there for a few days because banks are looking for money. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't keep anything in my checking account. I keep all my cash in my brokerage account. So I, I, I don't know. I haven't heard that video, so I don't know what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
But I
So
don't keep
basically,
my.
what he was saying, how can I put it? He basically was, you know, letting people know about, you know, their exit plans when it comes to this or how he feels about it. You know, just him, not financial advice. Him. Um, he basically said for him, he's gonna leave the money, like you just said, leave it in the brokerage account, not, you know, not put any money into the checking because he says that, you know, the banks are going to be looking for money. They could be screwing people over, you know, especially during inflation, right? So he did mention that. So
I think that no matter what, fiat or cash money is not. If you have money sitting in a checking or savings account, you're burning money. Put it in crypto. Put it in stocks. Do not keep money in fiat other than what you need for emergency purposes.
yep,
And even better, if you have a credit card you can tap into for emergencies than keeping a bunch of money in cash.
yeah,
Cash is not going to be a great place to be sitting in the next year, 2, 3, under this administration, under a government that has been printing money and handing it out. Look, I don't talk about my education a lot, but my degree is in economics. And in the very first class, you learn that printing and handing out money is going to create inflation. And all of these people saying, well, uh, this is going to be transitory, that's all bullshit. Print, whichever, look, both parties agreed to it. I'm not blaming any party. This is all happening because of the policy decisions made by Congress. And you
yep,
do not want your money in cash. Put it to work for you somewhere. Anything will be better than keeping it in cash.
yeah. I agree with that. Totally agree with that. I really think they've been already printing money. That's what I think. 'Cause, you
And
know,
Brandon mentioned, your bank deposits are only insured up to a certain amount. That is true also.
yep,
250,000.
yep,
I don't know. I'm not going. My money is going to be whatever I make off of a MOAS or anything. Right now I'm keeping some in my brokerage account in cash in case of Evergrande or in case of the debt ceiling crisis. Right. If there's a major market crash, you can bet I'm going to capitalize on that dip. When everyone else is running around scared with their hair on fire, I'm going to be buying because I know in a year, whatever I buy 40% off is going to be a bargain. But I don't normally keep anything, even in my brokerage account, in cash. I try to stay fully invested. This is one of those times that I think it's prudent to be a little bit cautious until we get through mid-December and Congress decides what it wants to do with the whole debt ceiling thing.
Yeah. And it looks like they don't have that much time left. I mean, I haven't heard anything else about anything past December 3rd, man. So it like I said, like you said, it could be something going on with, everybody selling $70 million. Who knows, man?
Keto Genesis says, I'd rather be in cash if the market is going to crash. I agree. You should have some cash set aside right now, whether it's the crypto markets or the stock markets that are going to crash. You should have some cash set aside to buy the dips. But should you be all in cash right now or all in gold? No, probably not. That's just my opinion. But I do have a substantial portion of cash that I've taken out of the markets that is ready to be deployed in the event of shit.
And it's crazy, man. A lot of people aren't going to be prepared for this, and I felt like I spent, and not just on YouTube. I mean, I come to YouTube to just talk out my frustrations. But, I have a really big following on Facebook, right? From my music, career and things like that. People know who I am. I spent a lot of good time talking to people and telling them, now is the time to just really just take that bag that you got, really invest right now, and just get ready. And a lot of people, and it's not because they don't like me or don't listen to me or anything like that. They're just so used to the system, just so used to it, man. And it's just tough, man. People are going to be stuck in this position, and everybody's going to be looking at us like, "Oh, how did you guys do this or do that?" And it's like, man, I tried to fucking tell you, man. I got so many people that just really don't believe in the MOAS, right? They don't believe in anything. And then, you know, and this is mainly because they didn't do their own research on, all the elements of this. And then soon as it becomes a big deal, now they want to go and research. Then they go and they say, "Oh wow, I can't even face Phil the same because he was fucking right." Oh shit. How much is it now? $40? Damn, too high. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Cameron asks, would you have your cash assets in a foreign bank? I think, if the U.S. economy goes down because of the China economy or just because Congress fucks up, it's not going to matter where your cash is held. It's going to take down the global economy if the U.S. market crashes. So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to be worrying about moving my money to a foreign bank. I don't know if that's the right answer or not, but no, I'm not doing that.
yeah, I don't blame you. I mean,
Omar says, and make sure and buy a lot of guns. Omar, really what you want to make sure is buy a lot of ammo.
Yep.
You are your
Chris
own
Rock said it
resupply.
best.
You're your own resupply. You can have all the guns you want, but if you don't have ammo, you're fucked.
Yep.
Keto says, ask if Froggy's still on here and invite to explain his findings from that video. I don't know if Froggy's still on. I haven't seen him comment lately. All right. What time is it? I think maybe time to wrap this up unless you guys have any other pressing questions.
Yeah, I'm getting it's almost 2:00 where I am in the morning.
What time is it in my local time zone? 1:00. Oh my goodness. Thank you for all of you that stuck around for this. I'm impressed. I've never done a late night live, and I was wondering how many of you would be around. How many other people never sleep like I do? And I'm impressed that this many of you have stuck around for this long. Thank you to all of you who stuck around.
And Tony, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate you, man.
I think I am going to do a live tomorrow night. I talked to the Mandalorian about doing one based on what Adam Aaron comes out with. And maybe we can get a couple other people on here. We'll see. I'm going to talk with him around lunchtime tomorrow. I think since it is about 1 minute, Phil, you want to do one more shot for the road? You got any drink left there? Is that? Do you not have any of that purple drink?
Oh man, if I was in Texas, man, hold up. But I'm in Florida.
Do you know what the purple drink is?
I'm in Florida, so down here, it's you got hurricanes, you got all sorts of stuff we drinking down here. Yeah, they still on it down here, man. That's throwback, I know, but I done had enough, man. I'm literally about to go to sleep on you. But
all right,
I
guys.
want to say thank you, Tony, man.
We're gonna let Phil get some sleep. Tony Denaro could go all night, allegedly. But stories from
I love you, man. I love you, Tony, man.
But
you my guy, man. But I want you to guys have a great night, and I'm out. Tony, I'll be watching tomorrow, man.
All right, guys. I'm gonna do one more toast to you. Hedgie tears, choke on this. F you, Hedgies. Phil is gone. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Look for another live Sunday night. We're gonna talk, hopefully, with the Mandalorian. Talk about a little more about what's going on with all the hubbub about whether you should buy, sell, or hold AMC. And we'll talk about Adam Aaron's announcement once we know what it is. Thank you for tuning in, every single one of you. I'll post the live once I know what time it is. Cheers up yours, as we say in the UK. All right, now I can talk. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Take care and have a good night. Once I can figure out how to end this live, get your goodbyes in. One more chance to get your goodbyes in. Quick share count. No, we don't do share counts here. Sell AMC so the price can go up. Luke, if you sell your AMC, if you sell or don't buy, I can guarantee you we're going to see single digits again, guys. Bottom line. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for all of you joining in. Cheers. And I will see ya mañana. Hasta la vista, baby.